Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Will's World 414, and today we are going to replace the back brakes on Monarca. So I'm here as always with my brother Charlie, who is currently grabbing some tools. Caught him mid-session basically on recording or making a video, so I'm gonna try walking you through the process, and hopefully this video becomes helpful to you guys. All right, well, first and foremost, what you would have to do is chalk your wheels and then find a spot that you can lift your vehicle up, a safe spot where you can lift your vehicle up and secure that it's not going to go anywhere or fall, and no one gets hurt at that. So what we did, we chalked the wheels, and in this case we don't have a jack big enough to get it completely off, so the jack's holding up the axle there, or lifting the Jeep up by the axle. And also that stand there isn't tall enough, so we still got it down there in case the jack fails for whatever reason. We would be good. So what Charlie had to do at first was pull this light ring out the way, because, well, of course he wouldn't be able to get the caliper out to be able to replace the brakes. So he ended up removing the screws that were in there, and then, well, now he's at the process of removing the caliper. Go ahead. You need a 17 millimeter that goes on this side of the caliper, and this bolt right here, or the nut, and then a 13 millimeter goes here, and then work your way out. That'll go the same thing for this bolt here and here, these two. We forgot to mention that Monarca is a 2019 JLU, so that's what we'll be doing the brakes on. So this is the bolt that came out of there, out of the inside piece right here, to remove the caliper. It's a 13 millimeter outside wrench and a T40 Torx on the inside, so you have two options to remove this. Being that Charlie forgot the brake press to push the drums back in, he got a little trick that he is going to explain how he gets the job done. First, you only have to remove the top bolt, loosen up the bottom one, and then this will move in and out. But with having this trick that I've learned, and when I don't have the press to push this drum back in, what you have to do is open up the brake fluid thing over here. The reservoir? Remove the cap from the reservoir. That opens up space to push some of that fluid back and relieves the pressure. Now you take yourself a nice little pry tool or something. In this case, it's a nice screwdriver here. Pry bar. So I'm putting it right in between the brake pad and the drum. And I'm just going to, here, in that second, I'm just going to push up against the drum using the brake pad as part of the, not on the rotor. So as you can see, it's slowly moving in. I can turn around and slowly move it in. And all of that fluid that I'm pushing right back is going back over to the reservoir. Now you can see the drum's all the way in. Now we can just replace these pads right away, slap them in right. So, as you can see, they were definitely due. This is the inside brake pad, where you can see maybe centimeters worth of pad left. This is maybe good 2.5 centimeters of pad left, which is the outside one.
Now look at the pad difference that we have. Here's the new one. There's the old one. It's a humongous difference. Alright, so the one thing we're gonna have to do, we are removing the old clips and putting the new ones in. So these are the old ones, front and back side of the rotor. So we'll be replacing those.
Now, you don't necessarily have to replace these all the time, but it is recommended because eventually they're gonna rust out and everything. Normally when you buy brake pads, they already come with new clip hardware. It's rare for you to get clips or pads that don't come with the clips.
So there is a wrong way and a right way to put these on.
This piece goes out on the clip, and you just press that up against there. Again, this piece goes out. Wrong clip. There. That's that. I have to do the other side.
Alright, now that Charlie got the hardware put on, now he's putting the brake pads on.
This goes out, obviously, into the bottom. So this is the wrong way. This has to go to the bottom. So that means we grab the other brake, curb side in, curb side out, right in here. Boom. So you kind of tuck this piece right in through here, and that's kind of a safety to keep them from moving out. Just tap it in there.
It's gonna be the same process on the back side,
Except for this back side was easier. That one slid right in.
there you
Boom.
go.
Done.
So now it's just a matter of putting the caliper back on the brakes and then do the reverse of what you did.
This plate, brakes did not come with this hardware, so I'm reusing it. This will stop any vibration between the pad and the caliper, which causes the squeaking when you hit the brakes, when you have new brakes on. So this right here clips right into that brake pad in the back. And this prevents all that extra squeaking with new brakes. All right, now we got the pads on, everything. This should just slide right over. Push back on these a little bit. Push back on that a little bit. And time for the bolts.
All right, now we have both the brake pads and caliper back in place. The screws are tightened up. Now all Charlie has to do is put this ring back on where it was, and then put the rim back on. put all the bolts on and then repeat on the other side. All right, so Charlie put the ring back in place. So then now it's just a matter of putting the screws on so it holds it in place, and then that should be that. All right, we're about to remove the passenger rim and do the process all over again. Alright, so here we are. We got Charlie before we take off the rings. So all he's doing is working on getting those screws off the rings, and then you'll see, well, basically everything has the same process as the driver's side. I decided to save the recording, but again, we did the same thing. Took the bolts off. That bolt is still down at the bottom. We did the same process in regards to using the pry bar to push back the boot. So now it's just a matter of pulling this last pin out, and then, or the last screw, and that's it. Put the pads on and off we go. Head. I already did the whole thing. Replaced those pads. Now we're just putting the rings back on. We'll put the tire back on, and that should be it. Brake job should be done. All right, everyone. Well, that was the install on the rear brake pads. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can find us on Facebook at official MKE Jeep Rebels. Same thing with Instagram. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Will's World 414. Until next time. See you guys. Peace.